Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at FuboTV stock. Now this is a company I have been watching over the last few days very heavily. They were absolutely rocketing up in price from around $25 all the way up to $63 within a matter of a few days. So obviously this stock could catch anybody's attention, but unfortunately they have sold off almost half of that in the last few days and are now sitting at around $35. So it's going to be a time when a lot of investors are wondering whether they should get in on a long-term position or maybe sell what they already have at one of these longer term positions. So guys, I want to tell you what I'm watching for this Fubo stock, as well as my short and long-term analysis for this company, Fubo stock. Now this is the first time I am talking about them on the channel, but I am extremely bullish on this company and I personally am a user of their services, so that makes me even more bullish on the company, guys. And I want to tell you why I think that they are going to continue increasing in price here over the next few days, especially if we watch these key levels, which I'm going to explain more further into the video, guys. So if you want to check any of that information out, please stay throughout the video, guys, and you will like what you see. So the first thing that I want to tell you guys about Fubo stock is that they are massive. They are absolutely going to be a disruptive force in the TV industry. And even though their company is smaller right now, only 500,000 users, their idea is absolutely great and it has a lot of potential for success. Now, you probably heard of a company like DirecTV, like Dish, etc. And you've definitely heard of a company like Penn Gaming or DraftKings if you've been following the stock market. So now imagine a company where both of those things are combined, a company where you can watch live sports and live TV and also at the same time bet on those live sports on the same platform. And that is essentially what FuboTV is trying to do. They're trying to revolutionize the TV market and really bring in more of an interactive aspect, a live aspect, and really take advantage of the fact that people are just sitting in front of their TVs, possibly maybe a little bored and looking for another side entertainment to do while they're watching their game or even betting against friends. So there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be interested in this service, guys, and I think that Fubo is going to be one of the biggest household names to come out here in 2021, and that's why I'm really watching this stock for the longer term. But right now we've had a massive sell-off from around $63 all the way down to around $38 now, and a lot of people are asking themselves if this is a time to buy in on the company or if we should possibly wait all the way down to the price that short selling report said. If you have read that short selling report, it said that the company was either going to hit $68 or $8, and in the report they explained that it was more likely for them to hit $8. So I think that is absolutely too pessimistic for this company. They literally IPO'd at $10, and you can see that the market obviously thought this was a bargain. So there's no reason for us to expect the stock to go all the way back to $10 or even $8 or anything that ridiculous. But I do see the stock having a healthy chance of pulling back all the way to $30, which is where I'll be looking to load the boat up massively with shares of FuboTV for the long term. So in the short term here, guys, I want to show you what price levels to watch. We're going to have to come here on a shorter time frame, and I want to tell you why I think that this is going to be such a key moment for Fubo. Now, like I said, the 200 EMA is basically going to tell us the long-term direction of the stock, and right now you can see that we are well under the 200 EMA, but today we look to test on the 200 EMA and potentially come back above, but unfortunately we got rejected, which basically means that the stock wasn't able to come back in a growing direction even on the shorter term. So now we're looking at the 5-minute candles, and this stock was still not able to break above, which shows that even the short-term direction is very bearish at the moment. So I'm still not looking to get in on this company, at least until we confirm that we are back in a growing direction. So that's what I always try to tell you guys. Make sure we wait until confirmation so we don't buy in too early on a play. However, I did buy 5 shares today of Fubo stock when they were down at $36 just because I really like the company. But if those shares do go down to $30, $20, obviously I can take a loss on that. I don't mind holding those forever. So that is a risk that I can take. Don't just buy blindly into a company because you like them or because you think that they are going to go up forever, because that is not an investing play. That is just something I did today because I could take the risk and because I really like this company long term and I'll take a bet on them. So that's one thing that I did, guys, but I don't recommend copying it. Now, like I said, I do see a support building here today at around $36. You can see that the stock wasn't able to break below this price today. So that is going to be the price to watch, where basically the stock is telling us whether it wants to stay either in an upwards direction or possibly come back into a bullish context, or if they want to break down below and possibly come down to test the $30 or the $25 that I was showing you guys earlier on in the video. So that will be around here where we saw all these high peaks, but unfortunately where the stock was not able to break out from in the past. So that will be a huge level of support here, guys, if we do come down below this 36.50. But I really hope we don't, because that would mean that the stock is in a very, very bearish context, and that will mean that I am very much more cautious to come in on the stock later down the line. And I think that that will cause the volume to really drop off if the stock does unfortunately break down all the way to 25 or even $30 flat. So for the sake of the stock, for the sake of this investment, I really hope that we can stay above 36.50, even though I do see a lot of long-term potential with this company. Now, right now, like I said, they are only 500,000 users strong, but that is still a lot. That is still a good, healthy amount, and they are growing very, very strongly. So I would take an eye out on this company's earnings report. They are definitely going to run into earnings and run into any news that does come out about the company, as we have had just a massive sell-off over the last few days. And if we do take a look here at how much exactly we're talking about, it looks like it's a sell-off of around 43% on the company. So obviously this is going to allow an ample opportunity for a dip buy here, but unfortunately, guys, unless we break above the 200 EMA, we're not going to have a confirmation of being back in a growing direction, which is when I will ultimately take a trade. So it's very simple what I'm showing you guys here. It's not anything tricky or anything too risky here, guys. All we're saying is that if it breaks below 36.50, then either get into a put play or wait until the stock shows support either around $30 or 25. But if we are able to come above the 200 EMA and come above this $40, which held as the support today, ultimately the support from the last 2 days, then I will be looking to make a play back to the upside, looking for around $60, even though I do think that this play will have some more downside over the next few days, guys. So keep a close eye out on the 200 EMA on this longer time frame, because ultimately this will be the sign that we are growing or going down. So that's why I'll be keeping a very close eye on the 200 EMA here on the hourly chart. I think that it will ultimately be exactly the sign that we're looking for to give us the direction of whether we should wait and buy more shares at the bottom here, guys, or if we should load up the boat right now at $38 and hopefully ride this baby all the way up to 65. So like I said, guys, there are a lot of signs showing us that this stock could potentially break back above here, but there also are signs that we are bearish at the moment. So I want to wait for those signs to really play out and show us the clear direction before I make a decision on this stock. But I do want to bring it to your attention because they are going to be a massive winner over the next few days and over the next few weeks here, and you want to have this one on your watch list for sure. One more thing I want to point out here, guys, before I wrap up the video, the volume on this stock has ramped up massively since its IPO. As you can see here, the volume was very low at the beginning, started coming up as the stock started gaining value, and then started going crazy when the stock ramped up massively, as well as when it sold off massively. So what this means, guys, is that stocks are necessarily, they need volume in order to basically rocket off, like what we've seen with other companies, NIO, Fubo, etc. They all need volume to rocket off, and Fubo has that, and it has a lot of it. So what this really tells me is that investors are excited about this stock. There are plenty of people here trading this stock and ready to buy in whenever the opportunity presents itself. So I think that these levels of support, $36.50, etc., the $30 flat support and the 25, whether we get to those or not, are going to show vigorous support. And I think that it's going to take multiple hours to break those supports when we do get to those levels. And it's not just going to be like a hot knife through butter, guys. So be very careful if you are in on these plays. Don't get discouraged if the price doesn't break immediately, because I do see these supports as very, very heavy supports, especially when a company is breaking a support at the same time as it's testing the 200 EMA. This will be a very, very bullish area here where people want to buy in and where they don't want to let it drop below. So guys, be very careful if you are risking your money here with this play or with any play in the stock market, as there will always be risk, even though we are taking a calculated risk and we have done the analysis, seeing that $40 is a very key price, as well as breaking the 200 EMA on some of those shorter time frames. Also 36, a break below 36 will represent very bearish sentiment for the stock and ultimately a retest of $30 or 25. So that's going to be my analysis for FuboTV coming into the next few weeks. I will be adding more shares and more options here on this company over the next few days. So if you want to stay updated with my live trades, what I'm doing on a daily basis, don't forget to check the link down in the description below to see the Discord. That is going to be absolutely free and it's going to have live daily plays and signals. So check that out, guys, if you are interested in growing with the community. We are around 160 members strong, so I'm very proud of what we're doing in there, as well as the callouts that we're having on an almost daily basis. We did hit Alibaba for $1,000 yesterday, so that is an absolutely smashing play, and I hope a lot of you guys were able to take advantage of that. Also, TradingView, that is the platform you're seeing here on your screen right now. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to check those links down in the description below and like and subscribe. Now, as always, guys, I hope your plays are all in the green.